guys, I'm Maren.
And I'm Max.
And we're Voyager Guru.
Today we're in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico at the Hyatt Ziva.
We've had an amazing long weekend here over 4th of July and we can't wait to share everything about it.
Yeah, it's been a really fun property. Our first category is location.
Location, we rate 5 stars. This is one of the only private beaches in Puerto Vallarta because it's blocked by the cliffs and no one can access it outside of the hotel guests.
Yeah, the beach is really the highlight of this property. So this property wasn't developed by Hyatt. It's been a number of properties throughout the years, and Hyatt took it over, I believe, in 2014. And it's located in a really unique spot in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, it's only about 20 to 30 minutes from the airport depending on traffic, so it's super accessible when you fly in.
Yeah, it's also south of the main part of Puerto Vallarta, which is really nice because you're in the area where all the activities happen. So the majority of the tours are all down in the southern region, so you're a lot closer to everything. You're closer to Malecon, which is the downtown area. The water here on the beach is also fabulous. You're able to swim. There's very small waves, but they're fun. You can body surf on them, you can snorkel. There's a decent amount of sea life out by the rocks. The sand is also really great. You can walk barefoot. There's virtually zero seaweed, virtually zero anything in the water.
Yeah.
So really the location is the highlight. So our second category is lobby and check-in.
Lobby and check-in, we rate 4 stars. The main lobby of the hotel is really impressive with a beautiful art in the middle of it that you look out right into the ocean, and it's really incredible. It can be a little confusing because we did book into the club tower, so we had to go to a different lobby to check in, which didn't have the same exact ocean view or expansive feel to it.
Our third category is rooms.
Rooms, we rate 4.5 stars. We're in the renovated club tower here today, and the rooms are absolutely stunning. They're huge. We're in a oceanfront king view room, but it's massive, and the balcony spans the entire length of the room.
We've stayed at another Ziva before, the Hyatt Ziva in Cabo, and the rooms here are on a completely different level. The rooms here really have this style that is reminiscent of the Jalisco area and has a lot of colors, has high vaulted ceilings, has beautiful lighting and accents throughout the room. So the touches were really, really nice. And I was quite surprised to find this just having stayed at another Hyatt Ziva.
Yeah, and the bathroom is beautiful. The lighting in the whole room, including the bathroom, are so excellent and so well done. We have nothing bad to say about the rooms.
Yeah, another advantage of the rooms on this property is that pretty much every room faces out towards the ocean.
Yeah.
Which is really a fantastic perk because even the rooms that they say are partial ocean views really have somewhat obstructed views, but it's not like a lot of hotels that'll tell you you have an ocean view and you have to peek around the corner next to the dumpster and you can see the ocean.
Yeah, all of the rooms here do seem to face the appropriate way, which is towards the beach, and all of the rooms are absolutely stunning.
And it's worth noting too that the property is pretty small. It really only has 2 big towers, the club tower and the main tower, which was actually the older building that's been renovated. And so both of those have a great orientation on the ocean and are really close to the actual sea. There's only beach between you and the building.
Yeah, and you might even be able to hear the waves crashing in the background of this video because that's how close we are.
Yeah, the waves at night, if it's a stormy night, might actually keep you up.
Yeah. Since the property is all-inclusive, there is a mini bar in the room that's complimentary. The mini bar is not super well stocked, but it does have a couple waters, sodas, and I'm sure you can request more if you wanted to.
Yeah, for an all-inclusive property, I would have liked to see the minibar in the room be a lot more stocked. That was probably the one thing in the room that was a little disappointing. Our fourth category is facilities.
Facilities, we definitely rate 4.5 stars. This property is everything. For being so small, there's a beautiful, newly upgraded gym.
We always like to try and get to the gym when we go on our vacations, and the gym here has everything you need. Lots of space, an outdoor area if you want to stretch or do yoga, do some exercises, including the spa, which is beautiful, has a great hydrotherapy area. We didn't do one of the massages this time, but we did have a chance to go to the hydrotherapy area.
As well as the beach, the many pools, I think there's 5 of them, and they're all infinity edge pools, and just a lot of facilities that make this a perfect resort getaway.
It also has just a huge amount of different things that you can do on the property, from pools to other activities. One thing is you do have to pay for a lot of the other activities. They don't have like free unmotorized sports or anything like that, which a lot of all-inclusives do sometimes include. So that's probably one disadvantage. Yeah, another thing to highlight as well is the fact that this is a gated property with a private beach. So in terms of the facilities in that sense, it's really spectacular and very unique. They check who goes out, how many people come back in. And so other guests that we dropped off on our tour at their hotel were just dropped off curbside, whereas ours, the bus actually had to come into the property, had to go through a gate check, had to check what all the rooms were that were coming in. So you really did have that safe feeling. So our fifth category is dining.
Dining, we rate 3 stars. All-inclusives can be a bit hit or miss, and overall, the food is good.
Yeah, I'd say the food was decent. You know, we had some really good meals, and we had some others that weren't too good. In general, I think that there were a lot of dishes that they cooked that weren't quite what you expected. So for instance, the ceviche used cooked fish instead of regular fish, same with the sushi. So there were some things that I think people would come down and probably be familiar with as a dish and be a little bit surprised by what they were actually served. So I think that was one reason. And I think in general, things were just overcooked for the most part, which is often the case in all-inclusives because they're producing massive amounts of food. I did not expect it to be that way actually, because the Hyatt Ziva in Cabo, I think actually had much better food than this Hyatt Ziva, and that property is significantly bigger. So I did expect as a smaller property that the food here would be a lot better.
Yeah, but some of our highlights definitely would include room service breakfast. That's really nice, and it is included in the rate as well. So you have free breakfast on your balcony. How nice is that?
Also, Blaze, the restaurant right down on the beach, we can actually see it from our room. That's amazing. It's a churrascaria, a Brazilian steakhouse in the evening, and then during the day they have kind of an assortment of Mexican food. The food, again, was kind of a mix of good and not so good, but wonderful set.
Yeah, and overall, the dining, like we said, was good. So as long as you know that coming in, it is a great value, and you can find the gems at the restaurants.
Our sixth category is service.
Service, we rate 3 stars. Overall, the people we encountered were so friendly and so nice and really wanted you to have a great time.
Yeah, overall, everyone was super nice. I think the main issue with service is typical training issues. A lot of things were forgotten, either when we asked for extra things at room service, ordered things on the beach or at the restaurants, didn't quite get everything that we ordered. And also just a couple issues, I think, with the main bars where the majority of people are asking for drinks. I think the nicest way to put it was that the bartenders seemed a bit jaded by, the influx of tourists and how many people were asking for things. So there was a little bit of a lack of service experience there, but overall, lots of smiles and genuine happiness in most of the people that we talked to. We had some fantastic experiences with some of the waiters here.
Like Antonio, we love him.
Yeah, he was our waiter down at Blaze, and he was just fabulous. One of the best people here. And then our last category is style.
Style, we rate 4.5 stars. We were overwhelmed and surprised by how much we absolutely love the style here, especially coming from the Cabo property.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how much effort they put into the style here. As we mentioned before, the rooms are absolutely spectacular. Also, as you walk throughout the property, you notice a bunch of small touches that are really, really nice, including in the lobby, as Mary mentioned. Just big, tall ceilings, lots of kind of authentic art that they've taken in. There's also a small stand that they set up on a daily basis outside one of the gift shops, which is the native Aztec descendants who are creating art and making little art pieces that you can buy there, and you can actually see them make it, which is really cool.
And everything felt very new and updated. So all the furniture seems really new and fresh, and it all seems really cozy, like you want to go sit in the lobby and have a drink.
Yeah, and also for having a new building and an old building combined in one property, it really has a very unified look. So it doesn't seem like, one part was built at one point and another part was built at another point, and everything kind of seems disjointed, which oftentimes when we go to a property that's been another property before and has had an expansion, that's usually the case. But they've done a fabulous job of kind of tying it all together, making it look unified. And for most of the guests that we talked to in both towers, they really liked their rooms and they really liked the property.
Overall, we rate this property a 4.07 stars. Very specific.
We've had a fabulous stay. The beach here is phenomenal. We actually spent, I think, more time in this water than we spent at pretty much any other property that we go to, just because it has that mix of being warm water, but also not just being flat. So there's a little bit of waves. You can have some fun. You can body surf in the waves. Mary was body surfing, having a good time. We didn't mention this earlier, but one of the really cool parts about this area is that the time zone is completely off.
Yeah.
Their time zone is totally messed up. So the sun doesn't even set here till about 8:30, 8:45. It also means that it comes up a lot later, and we're nestled at the base of a hill. So the sun's not really going to hit the beach till about 9 o'clock, 9:30. So it really rises late, but then it doesn't go down until about 8:30, which is fabulous because you can go do activities in the morning like we did, you come back around lunch, and you've got the rest of the afternoon, which is usually in complete sun. So that was really, really fabulous. We were even down in the water at about 8:45. The sun had already gone down. We were down there at sunset, just enjoying the water, the warm water. It's really been a great experience.
Yeah, and this Hyatt is a tremendous value. At 20,000 points per night, if you have the Hyatt credit card or are a Hyatt member, it's a great value for an all-inclusive, considering a lot of Hyatts, like a Hyatt Place, for example, in San Francisco, is 20,000 points a night. This is a tremendous value. The prices range quite a bit if you're paying in cash, from somewhere around $250 to $450, depending on the season, but still, it's a tremendous value. We would 100% come back. If you are looking for a place to stay in Puerto Vallarta, I would not look past this Hyatt.
Yeah, a small plug here, as Maren mentioned, we're big Hyatt fans. We don't get anything from you signing up for the credit card. We have linked our blog in the description below talking about how the Hyatt card and being a Hyatt member is a really great deal. You can use your points in a bunch of ways. It's one of the ways that we started traveling a lot, was just using that card to be able to go places and experience new destinations. And it's really opened up a lot of things for us. As I said, we don't get anything from that card. We don't work with Hyatt.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. But we highly recommend it as one of the cards we always keep in our wallet and one of our favorite cards.
So if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up.
For more hotel reviews like this, other lifestyle videos, and some of our experience and adventures, be sure to subscribe. And for the full review of this blog, we've also linked in the description below our written review, which includes some other details that weren't included in this video. Follow us on Instagram at Voyager Guru and on our blog at voyagerguru.com.
As always, I'm Maren.
And I'm Max.
And we're Voyager Guru. See you out there.